Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I have a really fun, impromptu, informal video for you, so I felt like I needed to come back and do a little introduction. I was shopping at MUJI in Boston. I've had experience with one of their A5 slim notebooks before, and it's been really good, bleed proof and everything, but I couldn't remember how much the MUJI one cost, and I wanted to go back and see what some of their other notebooks were like since I had such good luck with this A5 slim. So I went back, I got 2 more A5 slims, as well as some other stuff. So we're gonna go through my first impressions. Be sure to stay till the end. I'm gonna show you how I'm using some of those notebooks, and I'm going to do like a little overview and my final thoughts on the paper from MUJI. I hope you enjoy it. Be sure to subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will see you back here at the end. Impromptu MUJI haul. I just got home. There's a MUJI very close to me, and I've been wanting to show you their paper. I've bought some of this before, but I went back and got a few more pieces, and I just wanted to test everything out. So these are the A5 Slims that I have bought previously. I do have my receipt here too, because I couldn't remember what I paid for them, so that's why I wanted to go back. The Slim notebooks, $3.90. I found that they did pretty well. They're slightly different on the outside. This I thought was interesting. It was loose leaf. Now this is A5. I have my Louis Vuitton A5, and I really liked the feel of the paper. It felt very like, I don't know, like glossy and nice. I think this may even fit in my plotter as well, because it's got all these holes. So I figured we would try that as well. This notebook was just $2.90. I think I'm gonna throw this in my purse and just have this as like a little sketchbook. It was also an A5 size, but I have so many A5 notebooks, and if it's something that I'm gonna throw in my bag, I wanted a smaller size. I have been really loving my cube from Esterbrook, and I wanted a notebook that would also fit in my cube, and this is a great size for that. You just pop it in here and then you close it up. These would all be fun things to explore. Oh, I've purchased this style notepad before. I got the dot grid this time, but previously I got one that had little squares or rectangular shapes that go down, I think like 4 rectangles down. I was doing ink samples on it, and I also thought that worked well also. And then the last thing for paper that I got was this little set. Now I'm not really into lined paper, but this package was $4.90 for all of these notebooks. So 5 notebooks, so under $1 each. So I'm curious just to see if they really are bleed proof. They're meant to be like single subject notebooks. We have MIT not too far from us, and also Berkeley School of Music, so jam-packed with students all the time. And then lastly, what did I get? Where is my little, oh, it's hiding. This is just a little pen case. I know I have a million pen cases, but again, something super easy to just throw in my bag that I'm not gonna worry about. I have all of my gin house right here. So I'm curious if my gin house will fit. And this is what I had in mind. Throw a couple gin house in here. And then this is a mechanical pencil. That was $3. I really don't buy ballpoints, but this was so smooth, I had to take it home. So I was like, you know, this would be nice if I could fit, I guess that would fit just fine. Look at that. And then throw it in my bag. These 2 guys, I think, would make a really nice combo for on the go. All right, let's give this paper a whirl. Let's open this. I was disappointed because I have a little pair of compact scissors that I like to travel with, and I have misplaced them. So I was thinking about getting those white ones, but I just need to find my other ones first. I'm also at the condo, so I have my phone set up on a little tripod, and I'm in back of it reaching around my phone. Here's my little setup. I'll show you. I just have these notebooks and then my little tripod right here. I have the magnet attached, so I don't know how great this is going to be. So let's start with this, because this would be the most budget friendly. Right here it says, does it say it? Bleed proof. You saw it here, folks. Bleed proof. So let's see. Whenever I test my notebooks, I go to the back of the book instead of like messing up my first page. I have first page anxiety. So I'll show you their cute little compact pen. I loved this. I thought it was so adorable. And the writing experience in store was great. Look at how cute. MUJI. They call this a compact ballpoint, but it feels more like a roller ball. So nice. I haven't used a real pen in so long. Compact pen. And that's fantastic. So that did not bleed through. I didn't think that would bleed through. Let's look at my Pilot Vanishing Point, my whiskey, because this is a pretty dark ink in here. This is, ooh, this would be a big test. This is whiskey. What do we think? Drum roll. Look at that. That is really impressive. I have my Esterbrook Botanical Garden on the desk. I'm really impressed. I mean, this paper is under $1. I think I have green ink in my Taiwan. So Pilot, look at that, a little dry out on this. This is the real McCoy. This is not a dupe, and this one tends to have hard starts on me. Pilot Vanishing Point Taiwan. This is a fine nib. Can't remember what ink I put in here. Yeah, every single ink is passing the test. I'm really impressed. Let's see if I have a real fire hose in here. What have I got? Oh, this one is super juicy. This is the Muse Pen Exclusive Leonardo. And this is a broad nib that they ground down to a cursive smooth italic for me. This is a Momento Magico, and it's called Lion Rock. And that's the name of the ink as well. And it's a Muse Pen exclusive. I think we are pretty confident at this point. Here's my Renaissance Brown Pelican M1000. Look at that nib, it's insane. All right, I'm convinced. Okay, so we started with the best bargain here. These are larger, they're like 8x10 size though. It looks really nice on there. Now, none of these inks have like shimmer properties, so maybe I should see if I have some inks put aside. I always bring ink to the condo, so we could test some ink samples straight up on this, but I'm really impressed. This is just gonna be a great little doodle pad to keep by my desk for $1. I'm putting together a little package for my friend Vanessa. She just sent me a lovely gift package, so maybe I'll send her one of these notebooks as well. So I'll send her the red one for sure. She'll like the red. So each of them has a different color binding, which I think is really fun. You can, you know, look at how nice my botanical garden goes with all of these, really. Looks so nice. Yeah, so for $4.90, if you're someone who likes lined paper, I don't think there was any other option besides the lined paper, but I give that an A+ on no bleed through. They weren't lying. Let's test this out. So this is the A5 Slim. This is what I will be using in my Emily notebook, my Louis Vuitton Emily notebook cover. It's an A5 Slim. I actually have a whole separate video showcasing different notebooks that fit in that notebook. This is one of them. Let's do a test over here as well. Now this didn't make any claims, I don't think. Back here, slim notebook, light gray, just says high quality paper, but it doesn't say won't bleed through. But I think I tested mine at home already. But yeah, that works too. It's my Esty. I don't know what ink this is. Botanical Garden. Should we try some different pens here? Oh, this is the mechanical pencil that I thought was really cute. I liked the chunkiness of it. I feel like a lot of pencils, they're very narrow, and I like a chunkier pen or pencil in this case. So this is, and it is a 0.5, I believe. I can't remember where I saw that, but this is mechanical pencil. Oh yeah. I really only use a pencil if I'm sketching for watercolors. Mechanical pencil. The only thing about this is I couldn't figure out a way to retract the, oh, there we go. Well, look at that. There's a little eraser built in. And I imagine, oops, there's my lead. Did you see it come flying out? Okay, so there's only one piece of lead in there, but I have lead at home. And, oh boy, I'm gonna have to roll this off the table in order to get it in here because I'm reaching around my phone. Hold on. Push this in, and then your eraser goes next. And then a little cap. And when you click this, a little more lead comes out. There you go. So cute. Again, this is adorable. I love this too. This is so smooth, I can't even believe it. So cute. Let's try one more ink on this notebook and then we'll go to something else. This is my Scribo Dandy, and this is a medium nib that I had a cursive smooth italic grind done to at Apple Boom. This is a pretty juicy nib too, and this is their sepia ink. So a cursive smooth italic has the thick downstrokes and the thin side strokes. And Architect is the opposite. And this is my Bungo Box Esterbrook collaboration pen. And I have a Sailor ink in here. It's almost like a little olivey gray green. It's pretty light, so I don't anticipate this will go through. So yes, we are doing well with MUJI paper. I'm quite impressed. This is all I have for ink here. So I don't know that anything is shimmery. Maybe Serendipity or Walnut. No, that's flat. Colorverse, Coffee Break. No, none of these really have shimmer. Earl Grey. I brought some very straightforward inks here. So it will be hard to see. This is an interesting ink. Let's look at this. This is called Moon River. It's Troublemaker ink. It's kind of gray, but then it has some pink undertones, and I want to say, like green sometimes. It's really interesting. Sometimes with this, it's not as dark legible as I like it, but it's a really cool color and it is beautiful when it dries. But I'm really curious just to see how this paper does with like a lot of ink, because it'd be nice to do some ink samples on here, or just, you know, when I'm creating something maybe for Instagram, these little notebooks would be nice. So let's see how they do. Sorry, I am so congested. So let's see how this does. Yeah, I mean, it kind of crinkles the paper a little bit, but that's not uncommon. There's barely any ghosting or anything here. It's pretty impressive. That's wonderful. So I suspect that this would be the same. I think it's the same paper. Let's let that dry and we will give this one a try. Same size, but this one has the lines. So I brought all my Jinhaos with me, so let's give this one a try. I don't know if I put Cocoa Shimmer back in here. This is rose gold trim. I'm gonna say ink unknown because I'm not sure. Actually, this might be Purgatory from Wearingeul. This feels a little bit different. This doesn't feel as like shiny. It has a little bit more texture to it. These pens are amazing. I just love them. Isn't that ink so cool? That Troublemaker's Moon River. I love this ink. It's very moody. I swear there's like 3 colors in one. It's so cool. Looks like it's, it's taking some time to dry, but I put a lot of ink on there. Now let's see my little on-the-go notebook that I'm pretty excited about. Now this was only $2.90, and it has a little page marker, which I think is pretty cool. This is an A6 size. Now this, we get some slight ghosting. Now I don't know if we would get it with this also. A little bit, I guess. Maybe this is what I put Moon River in. Can't remember. This is my new Lamy Safari. Yes, I think this might be Moon River. This is Copper 02. This is an Etoya exclusive. I think that is the Moon River ink, if I'm not mistaken. So, with this notebook, I would probably suggest only writing on one side, which won't be a problem for me. With this notebook, I'll just do everything on one side. All of these notebooks that I'm showing you in total came to $29, and that included the pen, the pencil, and the case. I definitely want to use this little notebook for Instagram posts and such. It's just a nice little size. Some of them are slightly different. I'm going to use this pen again because this ink is pretty dark. Let's look and see. Look at that. Oh, this is an Asvine pen, and I like to draw with this pen. This has Diatramentis Artist Gray ink. It's not quite permanent, but it is like water resistant, but it's not the document ink. But it's a close second, I would say. So it's Artist Gray. I can't remember if this is a fine or a medium. So this gets a little ghosting too. Let's check out the ink properties on this paper. I really love this coffee break from Colorverse. I feel like you actually do see the ink properties pretty well. It's not like super absorbent paper, so I'm kind of loving it. Let me get a little darker over here and we'll see. This is a company called, it was from the Dutch Pen Show, and I got 2 inks there. This one's called Pinked. This is kind of a muddy, smoky pink. Let's see how this does. Oh, it looks very brown. Probably why I liked it. Yeah, but I think we're seeing the shading pretty nicely. Anything else that might be interesting over here? This Serendipity has shimmer, so let's test this out. I'm curious about this. It's a pretty blue. I'm making a mess here. This feels like it's going right through the paper. No, just felt like it. It's just so saturated. Wow. Not seeing much variation in this ink, and I'm not really seeing much shimmer either. And let's do this on this paper too and see if there's a difference between this paper and the one I just did. And then I think we only have one more to look at. Whoops, I went right on the next page there. This ink is so interesting to me. I love it. I feel like I like it better in an ink sample though than I like it in a pen. Okay, I just pulled a sheet of this loose leaf out and I'm going to use my new Aurora Ebonite while these colors dry. This has an architect nib, so there are thinner downstrokes and thicker side strokes, although I think I need to angle it down a little bit. And this is a medium nib. This paper might be a little bit higher quality. It seems to be showing up a little bit better than on that. That is fantastic. Wow, this is really nice. Now that I'm home, I have a much better setup and the lighting is great. I wanted to share my final thoughts on this MUJI paper. And I do plan on doing more exploring because I felt like yesterday was pretty rushed, but I was very excited to share all of my stats with you. And then I realized that there were several videos about MUJI paper out there. I just never watched any. This is the Emily. We are going to get a full video with all of the inserts I bought for this, but currently I am using this Traveler's Notebook Spiral, which is one of my favorites. This is a great size also. So this will tuck right in here. A5 Slim. It is just so perfect. And you can put one on each side if you'd like. And then close it up like this, and look, I mean, this is honestly so perfect for this notebook. One of the things that I wanted to mention is that when you pull the sticker off, you're left with this little mark. This one didn't show through so much, but I think what I want to do to make it a little bit more aesthetic is just look in my sticker release here, just really quickly, for something that would work and just be kind of cute and fun. I love the sticker release paper from Travelers. These are from Karina Loves to Plan. I have so many stickers that I've been wanting to use. This one's cute. It just says, enjoy the small things. This is from Small Things of Japan. And again, a day later, this is that Moon River ink. And this paper in particular, I thought really showed the ink properties really well. So you could even use this for a swatch book. I think it would be fantastic. So that's that. These are amazing. And again, I think these were $3.90 for this size. So such a deal when you compare it to like Tomoe River. And yeah, such a great fit for this notebook. Okay, so very interesting. This is my Louis Vuitton A5 planner, and I thought for sure this paper would fit in here. It did not fit in the plotter. It just didn't line up. Like if I got the top holes to line up, the bottom ones would be off. So I was like, oh, okay, well maybe the plotter is on their own thing. But look, this is the same. So if I line them up with here, They don't fit down here, and if I force it, the pages are gonna bubble. They don't fit. This must be a MUJI exclusive system. When I was looking at videos after I filmed yesterday, I did see that Doodlebud had one, and he bought the little binding to go here, and you can make your own little notebook. So this is loose leaf. However, it does not work with any of my current systems. I loved how this paper performed. So I don't know if you've had luck with another A5 notebook, but it did not fit in here. And it did not fit in my plotter, which are my kind of modular ring systems. Sorry, I'm just getting over cold and I keep having these coughing fits off camera. This little guy I've been really enjoying. I've been using this almost like a commonplace notebook. I had originally assigned a Leutram notebook for that, but I haven't been using it so much. I feel like I want it to look aesthetically pleasing. So that's always the kiss of death with me. If I want something to be too pretty, that's how I can guarantee I'm not going to use it. This, I wasn't so worried about it. I literally just watched some videos on self-tanning, wrote some stuff down. I love, love, love the feel of this paper. As I did mention, I wanted to show that you can see some of the ghosting through the pages. So my plan is to just use the right side of the notebook. But this also was $2.90. I have some hotels we're staying at in California in an upcoming trip. I love this. I keep picking it up. I keep jotting notes down in here, my on-the-go notebook. So just a few size comparisons. This is my Hobonichi Techo. It's very similar, maybe slightly shorter. See that little bit of black pop up, and teeny bit more narrow than the Techo, but that is pretty close, very close. Here is my commonplace notebook, and I have not picked this up in a while. I was keeping notes about pens in here. This is definitely more narrow, probably by, a little over half an inch there, but height-wise, almost identical. So a little thicker than the Leutram. And then let's look at the Passport notebook. Looks a little taller than Passport for sure. I mean, definitely if we're comparing the inserts, it's going to be a very big difference. Oh yeah, much larger than the Passport. I would say it's the closest to the Hobonichi Techo, and then the Leutram pocket notebook, which is just a little bit thinner. I wrote down some stationery stores for San Francisco. We want to go to this tiki bar. So I'm just taking some notes for our California trip, and I've been loving it. So a little bit of ghosting, great feel, love it. So inexpensive. This is the last thing that I bought, and I would say that this is probably the lowest end of the quality when it comes to the paper. This is great for just little to-do lists and things like that, but I definitely think the quality of this paper showcased the ink properties so much better than here. I think that this paper was just a little bit more absorbent and flat, and it actually doesn't feel quite as nice as this paper either. I would categorize this paper as fountain pen friendly, but not great for showcasing ink properties. So if you're somebody who really enjoys shading, sheening, sparkly inks, you might not love this for your samples. Okay, so fantastic. Loved these. These are probably my two favorite and ones that I will use the most. Enjoyed this, but we'll definitely need to get the binder from MUJI. Love this for an everyday carry and fun for a little to-do list. Overall, fantastic. Love my little stack here, and you can't beat the price. Thank you so much for watching. It's only been a couple of days, and I have not put these notebooks down, especially those under $1 notebooks. They're so lightweight, I've been carrying them with me everywhere I go. We just booked some hotels for an upcoming trip in California, and I was writing notes down, I was writing some dates down, and then it's kind of messy, but I'll take some of this information and transfer it later. And it's just such a positive writing experience under $1. And I happen to love all the colors that they come in. Maybe I will end up being a lined paper girl after all. This is such a great notebook. Let me know your experience with MUJI. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you back in another video real soon. Bye.